Live. Welcome to CSN the Network podcast. This is your host, Kayvon Cutler, with my amazing co-host, Dre Nazario, Malik Hampton. How y'all doing this evening?
Doing good, man. Happy to be here. Happy to pod. How's everybody?
Y'all know me, blessed and highly favored, blessed and highly favored. Great day to pod, good day to be here, all of that, all of that. Be on vacation in less than 12 hours. So let's get started. How you feeling, brother?
Oh, definitely doing better now that I'm talking to you two. Um, it's been a roller coaster of emotions this past weekend because, Alabama won, my Niners won, but my Yankees are down 0-2 in the World Series, and we are currently down in the early part of the game in game 3, and this is a must-win game for us. So I'm stressing a little bit because y'all know it's been a rough year for me in sports, just as far as teams having success and making it to the end, and we lose like the Niners. We lost in the Super Bowl. Alabama, we lost in the semifinals of the playoffs last year. So I just want my Yankees. I want to change the group chat, Avi Malik. And our group chat, you got to win something to have the Avi in there. So, for example, Malik's team is the last team to have won something most recently. So the Rams, imagine, it's been like this for years now. The Rams has been the group chat Avi for years. I want to change it to the Yankees. So I just need something to happen so I can do that and put that to fruition. But I'm blessed, man. I'm ready. I'm here. Let's pod, man. Let's hop right into it.
That hoodie fire, Malik.
Go Gators. It's Georgia Hate Week.
Oh man, we just finished week 8 of the NFL. Tell me about y'all's biggest takeaways. What are you all seeing throughout the league?
Um, for me, uh, Jaden Daniels, is really the real deal. That Hail Mary was crazy. Um, also, um, my Rams were back in it, for the division. Uh, Great loss by Seattle this weekend. Um, so, we're right back in the thick of things with that. So then that NFC North, race is tight. The Packers and the Lions look good. So I want to see how that finishes off too. As we're about to hit the midway point. So yeah, those are probably my little takeaways from this past week.
I would say my biggest takeaways is first and foremost, the Cardinals are legit. I won't say, they're a championship contender, but they're legit, someone that you have to be mindful of in our division, Malik. They keep finding ways to win games. Uh, they have an okay defense, definitely have a good offense. I love the weaponry that they have over there on the offensive end. So that's one of the things I'm taking away from this past weekend is just how Arizona is finding different ways to win because they're currently at the top of the division. So it's surprising because of the prediction in the preseason, but they are playing some good football as it currently stands. I know we've talked about this multiple times on here, but Detroit just keep beating people, man. Like beating them bad, like making statements with their performances. So I think that's definitely something to be mindful of, man. At the beginning of the season, the Vikings look like the clear cut best team in that division in reference to the NFC North. And now, we can't necessarily definitively say that. I think the Lions look real good, man. Also, um, the Eagles, the Eagles are a drop pass away. Saquon Barkley dropped that key pass in the primetime game. Had he not dropped that little pass, they would only have one loss, Malik. So the Eagles look good in my opinion. I still think they have holes. I'm not worried, but they look real good. The Lions look real good. Um, the Cardinals look like somebody we have to respect in our division. And yeah, man, the Broncos are finding different ways to win games. I know the Panthers aren't necessarily a formidable opponent, but opponent, excuse me, but they're still stacking wins. Them and the Chargers, they keep finding ways to win. So my biggest takeaways is just specifically with the Lions, how they look, the Cardinals, how we got to continue to be mindful of them. And yeah, man.
Okay, tell us a little bit about what the recent win means for the 49ers.
Man, I would say, I'm not gonna get on here and be super braggadocious in regards to my 49ers beating the Cowboys. That's something y'all know for our listeners. We've been doing that for years now, for at least 4 years. Y'all haven't seen the dub against us in regards to Cowboy fans. That's word to Coney. You dig? Y'all haven't seen a win in at least 4 years in a college term,
Don't the
right?
Cowboys suck this year?
That that's why I say we can't really put too much appraisal in it, right? Because
Okay.
yeah, they are talented. They got some athletes, but that's not really somebody that you worried about. Malik could tell you that's not somebody you worried about at all. They have no run game. They can't stop the run. Uh, I love Trey Diggs, don't get me wrong, but I mean they can be beat in the past game as well. That's no knock to Trey. I was just saying, no disrespect to my Bama guy. But yeah, man, started out rough. Cowboys were up at the half. We came out and scored 24 straight. We were down 10-3 at the half, came out. Man, it was played lights out in that third quarter, man. Then the fourth quarter, we kind of let them creep back into it, but we was able to close it out. So to answer your question directly, it shows that we're heading in the right direction in regards to this is our bye week. We won the game we were supposed to win. We lost 2 games that we shouldn't have lost. I would like to see us be at least 6-2 instead of 4-4. But here we are. We're still in the thick of things, like Malik just mentioned, in regards to competing for the NFC West, which is looking like a dogfight right now. Uh, Looking like we getting a little healthier coming out of this bye week. C-Mac is supposed to be back. Drake Greenlaw is on his way back. God willing, coming out of this bye, Juwan Jennings will be back. That'll help the offense tremendously. Even though Ricky Purcell, shout out to your man's Malik, he played really good this past week. I know he only had 4 catches for 38 yards, but the separation he was able to create, I could see the vision on how he can be used later on in the season. So, a big win for the Niners in reference to getting back on track confidence wise. Putting the win in that win column because we do want to compete for a good seed in the NFC playoff picture. So yeah, man, that's my takeaway from the game. It's a good win because it's a rival opponent, but it's more difficult games coming up, and we got to continue to stack those wins. So hopefully we go into this bye and get healthy and correct some of the mistakes that we made earlier in the season.
Lee, are the Rams healthy enough to make a run?
Yes, we are, Drizzy. Yes, we are. Um, I, I said that we had to win at least 4 of our next 5. We're 2-0 in the start of that. We're going to be 3-0. We beat Seattle next week. And if we beat Seattle next week, we second in the division because we already beat the Niners once. Fun fact. So yeah, man, we right back in the thick of things. We was right there teetering on tank alert, which I wasn't opposed to. I wasn't opposed to them starting to trade people either. We had some trade rumors, but with Puka and Cooper in the lineup, we're gonna be all right offensively. Kyron Williams and Derrick Henry are the only running backs to score in every game this year. Fun fact.
Give me
Hold
your
on real
season.
quick, Drizzy. Malik, you wouldn't have been opposed to y'all trading Cooper Cup?
No, not with how the season was looking though.
Got you.
If we could have got something for him, I wouldn't have been mad.
What y'all got for y'all CSN Player of the Week? NFL.
Jameis Winston.
He took my
Jameis Winston. Yeah, like 370 passing, 3
He,
TDs.
he heard y'all talking shit last week.
Beat the Ravens. He
Hey,
was, one of the hottest teams in the league for sure. Jameis Winston. Got to give it to Jameis this week.
Malik. Did you see his post game interview? Cuz
Bro, James is hilarious.
dog, what is up with him? It's like, but he being so serious too. Like, I
Oh,
love to meet him,
super
bro.
serious.
For our listeners that don't know, um, he was quoting Eminem. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. Like verbatim, that is what he said. On the mic in the post game, man. He had me weak, cuz. Um, okay, so you gonna give it to Jameis? Yesterday in the NFL on Sunday, it was National Tight End Day. So I'm gonna show love to my boy, one of my favorite players in the NFL, George Kittle, who had 6 catches for 128 yards, 1 touchdown. We're gonna need a lot of that, George, now that Ayuk is out. So, I'm glad to see you have a great performance on your day. That you helped create National Tight End Day. So that was cool. That was cool to see last night. He always balls against the Cowboys. He had 2 touchdowns against them last year. So that was cool to see.
That was a weak performance compared to some of them. Travis Kelce had like 10 catches yesterday. Cade Otman scored twice yesterday. Jahmyr Gibbs had almost 180 yards. Come on, K. Come on, come on.
I'm
I
being
don't, I
biased.
don't like
He
that
let
one.
his bias get in the way
Yeah, I
sometimes.
don't like that one, bro. I
He's
Young,
be
like,
close to the camera to let you know I don't like that one.
he
that's it.
let he let his bias get in the way sometimes.
Yeah,
That McBride dude went crazy too. Hold
talk
on.
about it.
I ain't
McBride from
never
the
heard of
Cardinals.
a national tight end day either. Did they make that
Yeah,
shit
and
up?
it was all the tight ends scored. I know what I'm doing next year.
You stupid. Hey,
Is this
it's
the
not
first
like a
year of that?
national holiday,
Yeah,
Drizzy.
it's a manufactured holiday. They made
Yeah,
it
yeah,
I
up.
mean, we
yeah.
got plenty of those, but
Yeah. It's
this
like
is
it's
the
like an
first year I've
NFL thing. It's like
ever
an
heard of it.
NFL thing, Drizzy. Yeah, it's
We've been
not
doing
like
this
a
for 3 years. We ain't never brought no national tight end holiday.
yeah, no. Yeah, it's not a nationally recognized holiday. Just league wise, it's something that they do one Sunday out of every year. Uh but Malik Travis Kelsey still had under 100 yards despite him having 10 catches. But I'm with you, you know.
Great game.
Yeah, it was.
It's a great game.
Who's y'all's current favorite for the MVP?
Lamar
Lamar.
Jackson.
Yeah.
Key
I can't even
matchup.
Like I can't even think of somebody else that I would put in contention. Like Mahomes isn't having like a crazy wavy statistical year, but he's definitely showing that he's a great winner, with the ways he's winning these games. It's not all, glitz and glamour and flash like it was when he first came into the league. But I honestly couldn't tell y'all like who else I think should be up there. Derrick Henry is balling like from a rushing standpoint, but not enough to be in the MVP conversation. Um, there's no receiver that's going too crazy. Yes, it's
I
Lamar.
think Derrick Henry is in the MVP conversation too.
He
I think
can be
it's
for sure. Yeah, he's balling, but I don't think he ain't balling like how Marshall Falk was back when we was kids getting MVPs. Nah.
Derrick Henry is on pace. I mean, I don't know what it's looking like now because he only got 11 carries. But he was on pace to have another 2,000 yard season, bro.
Yeah,
That's never been done before.
I'm with you.
Some key matchups you looking forward to this week.
In the NFL,
Yep, that's
in
where
the
we at.
NFL, week 9. So I think week 9 is the official halfway point of the season because there's of course 17 games, but there's 18 weeks in the season. So but key games I'm looking forward to. I mean, Tua is back. So I'm looking forward to seeing if the Dolphins can bounce back Sunday afternoon as they go to travel to Buffalo. That's going to be a tall task, but they have to win, Malik. They 2-5. If they don't, it just gets the likelihood of them making the playoffs just gets less and less. Um,
Packers
Cowboys,
Lions,
Falcons. What you say, Brody?
Packers Lions play.
Yep, that's going to be a good one. Rams, Seahawks. I'm definitely going to be tuned into that game. Division rivals. That's going to be major. Um, that Buccaneers Chiefs game. If it wasn't for Mike Evans and Chris Godwin being hurt, I'd be looking. I'd be really looking forward to that game taking on next Monday. Oh, Drizzy traveling on us. So yeah, those are just the key games. Rams, Seahawks, Lions, Packers, and Cowboys, Falcons. Those are key games I'm looking forward to in the NFL. It's not really too many crazy matchups this week, so it's a unique slate of games.
I think some good games, but mine's are pretty much the same. The Rams play the Seahawks. That's my number one. Packers, Lions, my number two. And then probably Bills, Dolphins, my number two. Just because the Dolphins got to win. So I want to see
How they
a
respond, yeah.
different game, beat the Bills.
Word to it. It's time for our Overreaction Monday hot takes. Remember, these questions are true or false. Y'all ready? The Dallas Cowboys will not make the playoffs this year.
It's true.
True.
We got anything to add to it? We moving on. Cool. The Commanders are now the favorite to win the NFC East.
True. I think they've been a favorite.
I'm gonna say false. I'm gonna say the Eagles still.
Mm. The Chiefs should now be the ultimate favorite with the addition of DeAndre Hopkins.
They was the favorite without him. And true again.
Yeah, I'm gonna say true. I feel like that's a move that if utilized right, and he don't even have to be utilized right, but if he could be just a small shell of himself of what he was in years past, he takes that receiver room to another level. So
Lamar Jackson is the best overall player in the NFL.
True.
ooh, I'm gonna ride with my brother. I'm gonna say true too. Because just to give y'all background, is he the best quarterback in the league? No. Is he the best runner in the league? Yes. Is he the best dual threat quarterback in the league? Yes. Um, so I mean, he's so athletically gifted. Malik, I never thought I would see somebody better than Vic, like more athletic than Vic, quicker than Vic, faster than Vic. Juke he's shift team certified. Like it's crazy. Like, yeah, I would say he's the overall best player in the league. No disrespect to any D lineman or O lineman in the trenches. I know, I would consider y'all super athletic, but just as far as impacting the game, the stuff he can do, and can no quarterback do that, Lee?
We jumping over to the NBA really quick. JJ Redick will help lead the Lakers to a top 5 seed.
Top five, I don't know. But I can see him not being in the play in. See him being like the sixth seed or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look good right now.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
he
true.
looks way better for
I'm
Yeah,
sure.
they got a
yeah.
lot of movement. It looks like they committing on defense. I like it.
Amazing what some sets to do, man.
Word.
Amazing.
Word. They got a lot of movement going on. All right. Anthony Edwards is better than John Moran.
True.
I'm gonna go true. I'm sorry. Give y'all my opinion real quick. But
Job nice too. My brother
As
ain't
you
John is
like that.
nice.
as you
But
should, Drizzy. This is your sport. You the D1 hooper on the network. I'm gonna say
Anthony
false.
Edwards. Anthony Edwards went to the conference finals.
Right.
I gotta give it to
Yeah,
Ant
an Olympian.
Olympian. Gotta give it to Ant
He
Man.
can score at all 3 levels. Not saying that Ja can't, but Ja a little inconsistent with the jumper.
And play defense too. I know Kyrie
And play
tuned him up,
defense.
but Kyrie does that to everybody. So
I'm saying false. I love both the athletes. I think John Morant. It's
You saying
different.
like a better hooper or better athlete? What is the question?
Better
Like better
hooper.
think
overall?
a better athlete than him.
Ja definitely
He
better
was
athlete, but I
cold.
think he a better hooper too. I think John Morant the closest thing we've seen to Derrick Rose.
How can you say he's definitely a better athlete? Why do you
Yeah.
say that?
Because how athletic he is.
You act like Anthony
And it's
Edwards
super
ain't athletic.
athletic too.
He's stupid
I didn't. I
athletic.
never said he wasn't athletic.
He's
I
super
just
athletic.
said though he's the
That
closest thing
might
I've seen to
that
Derrick
might be
Rose.
a better question. Who's a better athlete versus who's a better hooper, in my opinion. I don't think it's really that close from a hooping standpoint.
Al, hold on. Let's talk about this real quick. Who
I
got
just
better
gave you
handles?
I just gave you my reasoning.
But who got better
That
handles?
might be the only thing Ja has over Anthony Edwards is his handles.
Might be. Yeah, I'm
You
saying.
y'all think he drives to the basket better than Ja?
Yeah.
Yes.
Y'all tripping.
Anthony Edwards is a slasher. What do you mean?
Right.
That's what he does.
Y'all tripping. What y'all do?
He get
What
to
does
the
Ja
cup,
do?
bruh. He get to
Again,
the cup too.
He
I'm
do
not
get
saying
to
he
the
Ja
cup,
don't.
but we
Ja's the
just saying
closest
he
thing
not
I've
better
seen to
than
Derrick
Anthony.
Rose.
What?
No.
Ja Morant's the closest thing I've seen to Derrick Rose.
And like you said, he's the closest. That means he ain't. He ain't
Where,
Derrick Rose.
Still close too is
but again, we
good
put
enough
Derrick
for me.
Rose in a super like he's like a
And
super
he not
athlete. He wasn't
he
like
I'm keeping it a beam with you. It's not close between Ja and Derrick Rose. I'm sorry. I'm gonna just say it. And I'm the only one be disrespectful, but it's not close. I'm gonna just leave it there. It's not close. And Ja is uber athletic, but it's not close. We're not doing.
yeah, Ja gotta work on that jumper.
We're talking about the youngest MVP ever, right there. We're not doing that. No. Derrick Rose was cold since high school. We knew who Derrick Rose was in high school. Like, let's
For
be
sure.
honest about it.
For
Like,
sure.
he was better than everybody then. So, nah, can't give you that, bub.
Yeah.
Just because he
He
be dunking on people or trying to dunk on people, I'm not giving it to you. Don't
That's
be.
cool. Y'all could jump me, but I'm gonna still stand on, my stance. You know what I'm saying? I think Ja's better.
And just went to the conference finals. Think you tweaking a little bit.
All right, so we're gonna
um,
forget what Ja and them did the years before.
He
It's
didn't go to the
amazing.
conference
he didn't
finals.
go to the conference
He
finals.
didn't go to the conference finals. Don't matter. Didn't go to the
Malik
conference
and Dre,
finals.
what did they do in the conference finals? Did they put up a fight or was it a gentleman's sweep?
Don't matter. They beat the defending champs to get
Right.
there.
But was it a fight or was it a gentleman's sweep though?
But he made it there though.
He beat the defending champs to get there. I don't even
I'm
understand what
talking
Right. What are
conversation
we
we're
the
having.
talking
year
about?
the year the Warriors won it. The I promise y'all the Grizzlies would have went to the championship had y'all not got hurt.
Oh my gosh,
We
bro!
can't
You
do that,
just thought
bro.
we
We
not
can't
doing
do
no
we
no
can't do
woulda
that,
coulda no. We're not doing
bro.
that, bro.
We can't do that,
We
bro.
don't know what
You
would have
know we
happened.
don't do that. We don't do no
Yeah,
coulda, shoulda.
we don't know what would have happened.
We
There it
can't do that, bro.
is. I'm a ride for job, man. It's all good.
John
Anthony Nice
Nice.
though. Yeah,
Ja nice. He
yeah,
definitely
he
nice.
nice.
I
But I
think
just don't
people.
think he better than Ant.
Yeah, I
And
think people be.
they play different positions too, so it's
They
like
do. They do.
it's
They
hard to
do,
compare.
but Ant run the point a lot. Do y'all watch the Timberwolves play? Respectfully,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I seen him play.
he run
Bro,
the point a
you
lot.
didn't seen Anthony Edwards take over games, bro. You seen him talking cash to
Every time he
KD,
touched the ball, like that's the thing. Like every time
taking
Ant
the
touched the
toughest
ball,
matchup, bro. Like
it's
stop it, bro. Like he
it's a
wants
bucket.
that. He
Right,
wants that
right.
every night. Like stop it. We not
Every
playing.
time he touched the ball, it's a bucket. Like when he don't touch the ball, like the Timberwolves look out of sorts. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And cold, bro.
Yeah. We good though?
yeah, we good.
All right, that was it for our hot takes. We're gonna move on to college football if y'all ready. All hearts and minds clear.
That
Boom,
was a good
college
debate though.
football.
Dag, y'all, dang. I thought one of y'all kind of be with me. Okay, okay, yeah, okay. All right, cool. All right.
In college football, Colorado is ranked for the first time this season. Do we think they have a legit shot of winning the Big 12?
Of course they do. Well, it just depends on. I don't know how they got their championship game set up. Uh, but I think the Big 12 they eventually ended up getting one. I think they got one now.
Yeah, yes, they have a conference championship. Yes, sir, they do.
I think if they win out, they should be able to get a rematch with K State as long as K State wins out too. Because I know they only got one loss. I can't think of anybody else out in the Big 12 doing, too crazy right now.
Iowa State ball in the league. They
I would
undefeated.
say, yeah, they are number 11. That's right. So yeah, I mean it's possible. You know, they need somebody to drop another one. Um, but yeah, I don't know where Kansas State's loss is. Who beat Kansas State? That's the real question because Kansas State got the head-to-head over. So if that was an out of conference game, then Kansas State would still get the nod.
Um, BYU beat Kansas State.
Oh, that's Big 12.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, they need Kansas State to drop one. Yeah, they need Kansas State to drop one. That's what they're gonna need because Iowa State dropping one won't do it.
Who would have ever thought, Malik, Oklahoma State would have 5 losses this
Yeah,
point in
I
the
didn't expect
season?
them to be that bad. I didn't expect them to be bad.
Um, yeah, but to answer your question, Drizzy, I do think they got a shot. I want to, and Malik, I wanted us to talk about this because Malik tweeted something that I seen over the weekend. And I wanted us to acknowledge it. I think they are doing a great coaching job, and that's what bro mentioned on the lines. They're definitely doing better now to this point than what we predicted up here. So, I wanted to acknowledge their coaching efforts and just Dion and what he's doing over there. I feel like the praise should be just as loud as, some of the criticism that he's received throughout the media. So I just wanted us to show love to him up here at the network, man. Travis Hunter definitely, I mean, we've been saying that he's the best player in college, but man, how's Shador looking? How he's been able to progress that defense this season. The O line looking better. They've done a great job. They've done a great coaching job over there at Colorado. I will give them that.
Yeah, man, they start putting tight ends on the field so they could run the ball. That's the most glaring thing to me. You know, they found themselves. It ain't even got to be a dominant running game, just something decent. Keep the defense honest because they got a good pass game. So yeah, shout out to them for coaching. I only had them winning. The most I thought they would win was 6 games,
Me
bro.
too, bro. I ain't gonna front. I ain't gonna front on them.
So I thought they would win 6. Them being 6-2 is definitely a shout out to them for progressing.
Dion told y'all. He said this the worst I'm gonna be. What did he say last year? This the worst I'm gonna be. Y'all
I
better
will
give me
acknowledge
some.
though, the Big 12. I didn't know the Big 12 was going to be this bad either.
Yeah, the
It's a
Big
lot of
12
bad
week this year.
football. It's a
Yeah.
lot of bad football going on. Like
But
Utah, I thought Utah would be good. They normally got a solid ass football team every year. Kansas State doing what I expected. So shout out to them. But West Virginia, with all that, they had so much returning, and they almost won 10 games last year. They were supposed to be a little bit better. So yeah, uh, as long as he stay at Colorado for real, he gonna end up running the Big 12. He gonna get all the recruits from everybody out there. Nobody can really recruit him.
Do you all see Indiana making a playoff run if they continue their win streak?
Yeah, they continue to win. I think they got some tough games coming up down the stretch. So we'll see what they're about. But shout out to their coach. I listened to him on the Pat McAfee show. You know, uh,
on
I,
Friday,
I like how well he's been on there twice, not this past Friday, but he's been on there before, um, a couple weeks back, and I like the interview that they did with him. I like his philosophies. You know, so yeah, they definitely can. I don't know if they're going to be able to win some of these big games they got coming up, but they got a shot. They look good. He recruited the portal well. He went and got a bunch of like veteran players. They got a veteran team at Indiana. If you look at their roster, a bunch of guys that's played, football at different schools, different levels, but produced. So shout out to him for putting that roster together.
for sure. I got them taking 2 L's though, Malik. Their last 3 games of the regular season is Michigan, O State, and Purdue. I got them losing two out of those 3.
I think they might only lose those state for real.
And I can
I
see
think they
that,
might.
yeah.
I could see Michigan clipping them. Uh, you
But they
know,
do play Michigan at home though, Malik. So
Mm.
we got to throw that in there. So But yeah, that's like a college basketball type of run that they're on right now. Like who expected Indiana to be ranked this high or undefeated at this point in the season? So, I tip my hat to them and their coaching staff. That's definitely cool for college football.
For the last time Indiana was like good that I can remember was Michael Penix's freshman year. It was like his freshman or sophomore year. I can't remember. But they started off like 5-0, and then, lost some down the stretch. But that's the last time I seen them good for real.
Word.
Up to them.
Where's Michael Penix from? For him to go to Indiana for
Michael
football.
Penix is from Florida, I think.
Got
Yeah,
you.
Michael Penix is from Florida.
Huh. Hmm.
Player of the week for college football.
Travis Hunter. It's got to be Travis.
You keep taking all the good ones. Okay.
I only had what I had set in stone, no backups this week. I think Travis deserves it.
I'm gonna run off his stats real quick. Week City.
I don't remember his stats. I know he had 3 touchdowns, over 100 yards receiving. I'm not sure exactly how many catches he had. I think he had 9.
I got you, brother.
My bad.
He had 9 catches for
Yeah,
153, 2 tutties.
there it is. There you go, Drizzy. I knew it was 9 for something.
And then,
He had 4 pass breakups too.
yeah, four
Defense.
PBUs. 4 PBUs is tough, man.
Yeah, in the game, that's fire.
Dang, I
You
gotta
gonna
make.
add one?
Yeah, I was
Pep?
about to say I gotta add I gotta make like my CSN player of the week something I know Malik won't pick. But that's we 2 for 2 going having the
I'm just
same
going
one.
off who the player of the week is. I ain't
Word.
trying to give nobody no flowers. I'm just going off player of the week. I gave my
Yeah,
young boy at Florida flowers a couple weeks ago because he had 5 touchdowns. That ties Tebow's record, for touchdowns in the game, rushing touchdowns in the game. So that was big. Um, but yeah, I just go off of who balled for real.
word. As you should. Man, I'm gonna give it to now this may shock some people, but O State won a nail biter against Nebraska this past weekend. And although he threw a pick, he only had 3 incompletions. O State's quarterback, Will Howard, he went 13 for 16 for 221 and 3 tutties. So I'm gonna give it to him just off the strength of just winning a clutch uh, you know, division game, excuse me, conference game. And yeah, man. So
They almost got clipped.
facts. I thought they was for a second too, but I'm not hoping L's on anybody, man. We losing the teams that we shouldn't lose to and losing games that we should have easily won. So I'm gonna ride it out with my Bama boys though.
Now it's time for our CSN pick six. Leak, give me three. K, give me three. What y'all
Got you.
Uh, I got 3, 1 for the NFL, 2 for college. The first one for the NFL, take the Rams -1 or even versus the Seahawks. We're going to beat the Seahawks this coming Sunday. My second one, take Penn State +3.5 versus Ohio State. I know they haven't been able to get over that hump, but I think they got the team to be able to do it this year. O State hasn't really been playing good ball. Uh, and then take Texas A&M -2.5 versus South Carolina. They'll beat South Carolina some way, somehow. Those are mine.
Yes, sir. My 3. So for Sunday night football next week, we got the Colts traveling to Minnesota to play the Vikings. I'm gonna take Minnesota at -6. On Monday night football, so next Monday, we have the Chiefs hosting the Buccaneers for Monday night football, of course. I'm taking the Chiefs at -8.5 against the Bucks. I just mentioned earlier in the show they are missing their top two wide receivers. I do think in that game it will show because the Chiefs have been strapping on defense. And Malik, I meant to ask you like last week, like why do you think we struggle so much in regards to getting separation against the Chiefs? I meant to pose that question to you last week. Um, and then last but certainly not least, let me see here. Oh yeah. Eagles hosting the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm taking Philly at -7.5 at the crib. So I got the Eagles -7.5, the Vikings -6, and then the Chiefs -8.5. If y'all want to win some money, those should be those are the safest bets in my opinion for both of us. Dree, you going to the beach for your vacation?
Yup. I'm gonna
Word.
be in a Dominican.
Hey,
So this is where I am mentally.
hey, it's
That's what
well deserved, man. You've been working hard, so
yeah, yeah, yeah. Some key matchups for college this week. What y'all looking forward to?
big games. It's a bye week for my Bama boys, Malik, so I could be a little more festive with watching college foot this weekend, man.
Penn
It's
State, Oklahoma State is the game.
yeah.
That's
College
what
game day should be there.
that's what you want to be tuned into right there. And of course, I got my Gators hoodie on.
About to say Florida playing Georgia.
We played Georgia. Not expecting too much, but got to cheer my guys on. You know, but that's probably it for me. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't too much excited about really nothing else. I would have been excited about Oregon, Michigan if Michigan wasn't so terrible on
Right.
offense. You know, but other than that, you know, nah.
I'm gonna tune into this Friday night game with Boise State and San Diego State because I want to see Genty. Um,
I watched them play UNLV. Now I was definitely interested in watching that game, and it was a good game. I
yeah.
like watching UNLV play. I like the offense they run.
And then Saturday night primetime game, Pitt SMU. That should be a good game as well.
Yeah, I think Pitt
Two.
undefeated.
They are. And SMU only got one loss, both ranked opponents. So we'll see what happens.
Um, Going into the NFL, I mean NBA, excuse me. All hearts and minds clear. Y'all good with college? Cool. The NBA just had their opening week. And although it's early, tell me some of your, observations.
Yeah, real quick, Lake. We've all just acknowledged it. The Lakers look amazing, man. I mean that from like an offensive standpoint. You know, the spacing we're getting, the movement, the sets he's drawing up. I love how he's putting the sets he's drawing up. He's putting our key players in position to attack and react off what the defense is doing. I love that I'm seeing that because it's just you don't have to do too much, catch it in your spot. If he does this, react this way. If not, boom, you already in your spot. Let it go. You know what I'm saying? So I love the sets he's been drawing up. It's beautiful to see. That's mainly what I've been watching. And Dree acknowledged it as well. You know, they're playing with more effort, playing with more pride. They came back on Friday night and beat the Suns, and they were down 22 in that game at one point. So I know it's early in the season, but I'm proud of stuff like that, right? I think the Celtics look really good, y'all. Uh, they hit 29 threes opening night. They looking like they about to go back to the finals unless the Knicks just surprise us all. That's the team I have, best suited to compete against them. But I don't even know if that's enough. Jason Tatum looking like he coming for that MVP this year. He looked real good out there. Ja Morant looks like he's returning to form. That's why I brought him up. I think John Morant and the Grizzlies going to be able to make some noise in the Western Conference. Anthony Edwards, of course, they still look good. I like the addition. The other day, I forget who they was playing, but Anthony Edwards had 20 plus. JR, which is Julius Randle, had like 30. I think if they can continue to unlock Julius Randle, I think that's a good little trio of players to have right there with Nas Reed, Julius Randle, and Anthony Edwards. I'm bringing up Nas Reed because he's going to be your big in your closing lineup. They're not going to have Rudy out there, and I think that's deadly because you got Nas that can space the floor, Jr. that can play bully ball, and now and Edwards has the floor spacing to attack the rim and slash. So I think that's only going to help him when it comes to playoff time. So those are some of my biggest takeaways in the opening week of the NBA. I think the Suns look way better now that they have a point guard. I think they're primed to be a force to be reckoned with in the Western Conference. And the Warriors are doing something unique this year where they're running a 12-man rotation, and I'm not bothered by it. I caught the game where they played. Who was that? That wasn't the Bulls. Dang, who was that they was playing the other night when the Mavs and the Suns was playing? Dang. I can't remember off the top, but they looked real good. Steph almost had a triple double. Um, Buddy Hield, he looks great. He's shooting the ball at a high clip, super efficient, which I think was like the perfect replacement for Clay since they had to, since Clay left. So yeah, those are some of my biggest takeaways, man. These teams look, I know it's early in the season, but they look real good just as far as their rotations, how they're playing, individual players playing well. So that's what I got for opening week. What you think though, League City?
Um, for me, some of the takeaways I got, yeah, the Celtics look like the best team. It looked like we'll see who gets to challenge them in the conference finals and finals. That's what it's looking like right now, because I don't see them losing. Um, then after that, yeah, the Lakers look good. Bron's still doing it, year 22, 30-point triple-double the other night. You know, um, so that's still a thing. I think the West is going to be, you know, a matchup thing when it comes to the playoffs. A lot of good teams out there, a lot of teams that can compete, you know. And then like the last thing I got, it's about time we start, revisiting this top 10, I got some young bulls I think is ready to, stamp themselves after this season, you know. So yeah.
Like who?
Well, I mean, Shea's already top 10 in my opinion, but Paolo Banchero, I don't even be champion Duke players,
Ooh,
but
he nice,
he
Leak.
he's something serious. He got 50 right now. He
He
had
nice.
37 at half tonight. He got
He nice.
50 right now.
He nice, cuz.
50 and 13, bro. He at 6'10", bro, that it looks crazy for real. You know. So yeah, those are some of my takeaways. Some of these young bulls is balling, man.
Yeah.
You know.
We said that last year though, Malik. The league is in good hands. You know.
Yeah, I was scared for a second, but
I was too.
I'm starting to see some good
Yeah.
basketball.
Um, just to add, I watched James Harden play the other day. He averaging a double double right now. Now, obviously, it's only been 3 games, but
Harden look good right now
yeah,
though.
he look good. He look real good right now. He look a little lighter on his feet. You know what I'm saying? He look energized to play. He kind of, showing glimpses of old James. So
Hey, this real quick, Drizzy. This coming from a diehard Lakers fan. I love what the Clippers did with their new arena. I think that new arena is beautiful.
you like it?
I do. I like that because Malik can tell you that thing that they got going around like the jumbotron that's like circular. You
Yeah, yeah.
normally see that in like uh his stadium, like where the Rams play at. Like it's very similar to what y'all got in y'all stadium, Malik, what they got in their basketball arena. So I think that's cool, a cool aspect. That wall that they also built, y'all, that's on the opposite teams in the second half. I feel like that's gonna help distract players when they're shooting free throws and stuff. I thought that was a cool feature. And I didn't know they changed their logo. It grew on me, now that now that I've known for like a little over a week now what the new logo looks like. I like their new logo, man. I'm not going front. So again, it's coming from a diehard Lakers fan. Y'all always gonna be little bro to us forever. But y'all's new arena is beautiful though. I'll give y'all that.
Word, word, word. Yeah, I thought it looked a little weird. I think the seats are too steep. Yes.
I think he the richest owner in sports, I think.
Yeah.
Steve Ballmer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But that's all I got on the docket. It's your time to shine, League City.
The 2 minute
It's me.
warning.
Man, today, straight to it, I want to talk about LeBron and LeBron James Jr., you know, um, and I will put a disclaimer out there. I am a LeBron fan. I do think LeBron is the GOAT, you know. So if you want to say I got bias in this, whatever, you know. But I've been seeing a lot of criticism, on the internet, and y'all know how I feel about people talking on the internet. I don't like how people's voices have been amplified, to push this group think, and these hateful narratives, but this is another one. People are mad that, Bronny James took 55th overall, and played for the Lakers and got in game one, to make history with, his dad becoming the first father-son duo to ever play at the same time in the NBA. People are saying he didn't deserve it. People are saying it was manufactured. Uh, People are saying that they feel bad for Bronny, and I just want y'all to know, y'all don't know these people. First of all, that's first things first. Y'all do not know these people. Secondly, you know, to say the kid didn't deserve it is just asinine. Bronny, before he, had his, cardiac arrest where he almost lost his life, was one of the top high school players in the nation, regardless. He wasn't, what y'all would deem as can't miss lottery picks, coming out of high school, but he was respected. He had played, he had gotten better every year. I seen people say he shouldn't have been in the McDonald's game. His dad just got him in that, but I think people also, you know, they they just like to talk and paint hateful narratives that they forget sometimes. Bronny was the MVP of the McDonald's game. A lot of people don't remember that, So to say he didn't belong, to say he wasn't talented or whatever, with the best high school players in the nation, on the floor, Bronny James won MVP. This is before the cardiac arrest as well. And then, to really get into the bulk of it, about people calling it nepotism. So what? Let's say it is nepotism. Let's say LeBron did pull strings to make sure Bronny was on his team specifically, because clearly he was getting drafted. As you've heard the reports, there was teams that had him on the board but didn't take him based on LeBron's wishes. Everybody respects LeBron. He's earned that respect in this league. What he's done for the league, 22 years, still going now. And I know this is going over, but it has to be said. So what if that is nepotism? So what that he gets his son in the league, or helps his son achieve his dreams when he has the absolute power to do so. Anybody with kids, and I don't have kids, you know what I'm saying, but we all have three wonderful mothers in here that we would say we all got the best moms, and everybody in the world would say that about their mom who truly loves their mom and has that relationship. Y'all know y'all's mom would do anything. Your father, if it's your father, both your parents, your parents would do anything to put you into a position to win in life. That's anybody. And if you got kids, you would do the same. Who wouldn't do it? You know what I'm saying? But keeping it funky and having a real conversation, as Black people, we don't get that opportunity a lot in life, statistic wise. You know, we're not in a bunch of powerful positions, across the world to where we could, uplift ours the way other races do, and that's just the reality of things. So to see this happen and to see this man get that much hate based off of a basketball game, based off of a sport, y'all mad that his son get to play a sport, you know? And then some of the rhetoric that I'm hearing, in the comments that I'm hearing specifically about it, and specifically who I'm hearing it from, seeing it on Facebook and seeing it locally and everything else, bro, this is crazy to me. These are the same parents that that want little league coaches, volunteer coaches fired around the way because their kid ain't the star of the team or their kid ain't where they think their kid should be. These are the same parents that pull their kids away, from competitive teams because they feel like their kid should be the star. Their kid should have the light shine brighter on them. You know, these are parents that really make it hard amongst our communities. And this is across the United States. I see it amongst everybody, you know what I'm saying that it's a problem, in youth sports. These parents talking about they would make their kid earn. No, you wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? And the proof's in the pudding, you know, because we see how y'all act on a day-to-day basis. We see how y'all act at these little league games, whether that be basketball, baseball, football, whatever, we see how y'all act, so for some of y'all to have comments on it is really hypocritical, and I would just, ask everybody to get that hate out their heart, because we're talking about a sport here. Nobody has a problem when, what I'm saying, think of these companies out here that we know that mean no good to the human race in whatever aspect you might deem it as, what I'm saying? But they passed it through government law or whatever, what I'm saying? These things have been passed down in the family from generations to generations to keep these people wealthy, what I'm saying? And nobody bats an eye, but soon as somebody helps their kid achieve a sport dream, everybody's got, something to say and some nasty narrative to push and some nasty opinion about how they be different and how they ain't like that. And what I'm saying? And I don't like it, what I'm saying? Y'all all phony, get that hate out y'all's heart. Ain't nothing wrong with putting your children in position to win if you have the power to do so. I would hope you would do that for your children, you know, every last human on this earth, So I'm sorry the 2 minute warning was so long, but I had to let it be known. Y'all look crazy out there. Some of y'all really look crazy because I know for a fact you're trying to get a little league coach fired because your kid isn't the star on the team. So I don't want to hear about what you would do in that situation because you can't handle it in little league. So stop it.
Or they don't really like their kids for real. Like
Yeah, or yeah.
you don't want your kids around you like that, just to hear LeBron's speech after that first game where he like, I missed a lot of time and I sacrificed a lot of time and he missed a lot of Bronny's life. So he like, I'm gonna take advantage of it every chance I get. Hell yeah.
This
Hell
is
yeah. Any
people don't
chance.
understand. This is real life right here.
Right, right, right,
We
right.
get one right here. So like, stop it.
Right.
Cherish everything. People so hateful, bro.
For no reason. They got other things to
Seriously.
worry about, like going to vote. Make sure y'all vote. Brothers, everybody that's listening to this, if you eligible to vote, make sure you go vote.
No, that's a
Okay.
fact. We'll be doing our people a big disservice because a lot of our people in our culture think votes don't matter. That's certainly not the case. You know, if
Not
it's a whole clip of y'all in the neighborhood that's not voting, then there's some validity in that because now a whole section is not voting. But if you can encourage a whole section to vote, that matters. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't complain if you're not going to those voting booths trying to do something about it. That's all I'm gonna say. You dig? This is
all the House seats, they up, for reelection. It's not just the president. You got the people that's putting y'all folks in jail. They up for reelection.
yeah.
You got the judges. Go vote, man. Go vote. Y'all
Please
think
go vote.
it ain't just about Kamala and Trump. It's about all that other stuff that actually, makes a difference.
For
So
sure. I'm glad some of y'all were open with y'all's political views, though. You know what I'm saying? It lets me know who I'm
yeah,
dealing
I
with.
ain't saying I don't care who you vote for. I think you
Yeah.
just need to go vote.
Oh no, I
And
ain't tripping off who you vote for, but just the
yeah,
reasoning behind some why they want to vote for such and such or not vote for such and such is baffling to say the
yeah,
least. But
yeah, that's another debate, for a
topic
different
for a
day.
different day for
Yeah,
sure.
but I think
So
it's super important because this is we're coming up on a time where we may not get the opportunity to vote again, depending on which direction, this election goes. And we ain't that old, you know what I'm saying? And we've actually learned about the Civil Rights Act of 1965 and how they fought to vote and things of that nature. And that ain't that long ago. 1965, my mom was born in 70. My mom's 55 years old. So that ain't even like our grandparents' age. You feel what I'm saying? So,
right.
um, we're not too far removed from some things that our ancestors or predecessors had to fight against, and we got to continue to fight. And I think that's where we as a generation are dropping the ball. We think that shit don't matter. It do matter.
Well said, sis, and well said, Malik. You know, I'm definitely with you 100%. You know, I'm riding with y'all right, wrong, or dead wrong. So y'all know the vibes, man. Love y'all. But yeah, please, to our listeners, please continue to like, subscribe, share, and view the content. We appreciate the love always. Please keep looking out for us. Next week's episode is going to be interesting as well. We may have the homies on for a mid-season review. So you'll see. If not, you're gonna see regardless. But this your boy KVZ. I'm with Leak the God and Drizzy. And we out, man. Peace and blessings.
Peace. About to get back to this.